2003 schedule had been announced. Finally, to all you people out there who talking and doing all this chitter chatter about the schedule, when the schedule was way out back in February, after the Super Bowl came to an end, there have been speculation that the schedule was put out. And they actually did put a schedule out, but it wasn't the complete schedule. See, what people have to realize is that the NFL do not release a schedule. They don't release a schedule until around this time of the year, around May, late May. Late April, early May, sometime in June. They release the schedule, and so now the schedule finally released. So all you people out there who've been doing all this chitter chatter about the schedule and all its situations, y'all can put it all to rest now. The schedule is out. Take down them fake schedules and go ahead and get with the real one, because now it's not officially out. But before I get into this video, you guys can comment, like, share, subscribe, notification bell on top, and as always, comment after the video if it's complete after your viewing pleasure, and most importantly, give me the thumbs up, because the thumbs up is what matters the most. Now, we can go ahead and do this. We can go ahead and do a video on the schedule and talk about the team that we will be playing in the coming season. We're gonna go ahead with week 1. We play the New England Patriots, and it's gonna be a home game. It's gonna be a home opener, I believe. And no, I'm sorry, it's gonna be at. I looked at for a minute. It's at New England, so that's not our home opener look like. It'll be against the Minnesota Vikings. But let's stick with the September 10th on the road game. So the Eagles are going on the road against New England Patriots, a team that we should beat. We haven't beaten New England since Tom Brady last was there, and that was approximately. We beat them in the Super Bowl with 2017, and we played them in 2018 year and lost to them that year. You know what I'm saying? So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been 4 years later. Tom Brady is no longer a quarterback of the New England Patriots, and this is going to be his 3rd year away from New England, because he officially retired this season. So New England going in a different direction. So this is a game the Eagles should win. The Eagles should come out 1-0 in this game. I'm not going to sit up here and predict what they call victory or margins, or better yet, the score. I'm not going to do that. But this is a game we should win. The Eagles should be 1-0. Now, we're going now our home opener against the Minnesota Vikings, like I mentioned in the video. It's going to be a September the 14th game. Now, look like the 14th is going to be, hold on, it says September the 7th, September the 10th, and then September the 14th. That got to be okay, that's going to be a Thursday night game. Wow. So the Eagles fan play a Thursday night game at Minnesota. We're going to play a Thursday night game, September the 14th, against Minnesota. Eagles. This is a game the Eagles should win. We played them last year and beat them at a unprecedented score, 30-some points scored in that game, and they only had like 10, 15 points somewhere along up in there. So this is a team that we should beat again. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles should go 2-0 to start the season. And then the Eagles play at Tampa Bay, which is September 25th. That's a Sunday game. Tom Brady retired. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are starting over. They not quite exactly sure who their quarterback is going to be, but they still got a vulnerable defense, and they still got a vulnerable offense. So this game probably going to be kind of close. I believe it's going to be close. But it should be a win. The Eagles should be 3-0 to start the season. Then we play week 4 versus Washington. That's going to be a home game. October the 1st, Washington coming to Philadelphia. Now, if you guys remember, we lost the second game, or better the second bout against Washington in Philadelphia. A game we supposed to have won. but a bunch of miscues and incomplete passes and fumbles cost us that game, along with some bad play calling was also in that game. And the game that game gonna always be remembered as the game that Goddard hurt himself, or better yet, the Washington Commanders hurt him, and then called a penalty on that game. That should have been a penalty. That should be automatic first down with that with that with that play that they did not call. So the Eagles lost that game, and it was a terrible way to lose that game because Brandon Graham was going for a sack, but Heineke kneeled down, and when he kneeled down, Brandon Graham tried to back off him when he went down, but it was too late. He already hit him, and so the referee called a penalty on that one. That ended that game. That game left a sour taste in our mouths. So I believe the Eagles are gonna beat Washington very, very badly in this game. Like I said, I'm not gonna predict victory or margin or scores. I'm just gonna go down the road of the game that we should win and should lose. The Eagles should be 4-0 when they play Washington. Now we got another road game October the 8th against the LA Rams at LA. I don't know. Um, I'm going to say the Eagles should win this game. They should, but the Rams are still a formidable foe, despite their misses on defense and offense. They lost a few pieces on defense, a few pieces on offense. They still got Aaron Donald, one of the best all-around defensive tackles in the NFL, so he's still gonna cause problems. But I'm gonna say the Eagles gonna win that one. Eagles should be 5-0 in that game. Should be 5-0. Now, and here's where the problem comes right here. Week 6, October the 15th at New York. It's the New York Jets game. Now, the Jets got a lot going on for them this year because they have traded for Aaron Rodgers, and they also signed a couple of players from that Packers offense and brought them to the Jets. And so Aaron Rodgers got a couple of familiar faces there. They got a pretty good offensive line, and they got a pretty good defense. The Eagles should win that game, but it's gonna be a very close. It's gonna be a very close game because the Jets gonna be a good team with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. So we're not exactly sure how long it's gonna take for the Jets to get accustomed to Aaron Rodgers and his ways of passing the football. That's gonna be kind of hard. So that's gonna be a good matchup. The Eagles should win. The Eagles should be 6-0. Should be, unless they lose the game against the Rams. But then a lot of these games could be trap games along the way. But Eagles could either be 5-1 or 6-0 to start the season off. Now, week 7, October 22nd against the Miami Dolphins. The Eagles have had an issue with the Dolphins before. The last time the Eagles played the Dolphins put a spanking on us. They really did. And that is when Doug Peace was the coach at the time. So I want to say like 2017 or 18, might have been 2019. I think that's when we played the Dolphins, 2019, I believe. It was 18 or 19. But all I know is we lost that game badly against them. And that's a game we was favored to win, but we lost that football game. So, but it's a home game. So the Eagles should be 6-1 or 7-0 to start the season. And then they play Washington again at Washington. It could be Eagles could win this game against Washington. They should. The Eagles should be 7-1 or 8-0 to start the season. And then we play the hated Cowboys week 9, November the 5th. If the Eagles can be undefeated when they play the Cowboys, because I'm not gonna say we owe the Cowboys, but that's gonna be that could be your typical rival game right there. Cause we know the Eagles and the Cowboys rival one another, and we as the Eagle fans hate them, and they hate us. So it could be that could be a heck of a game, and what I want to say, and that game might be televised. So I'm gonna go back from week 1 to week 9, and try to figure out which game was televised. I'm trying to see how that's gonna work out. But give me a few minutes. Um, the Eagles should beat the Cowboys. Should beat them. We should beat them. But Dak Prescott has had our number in the past seven of 9 years that he's been in this league. So in the same offensive line, same offense that they running. So um, Eagles should win. Eagles should be 8-1 or 9-0 to start the season. Then we got a bye week. Now I'm gonna backtrack from week 1 to week 9. Now the game that should be the Eagles should have some games televised. They said the Eagles are supposed to have 5 televised games this year, 5 or 6 of them, and some of the games supposed to be free agent games or somewhat along the line from what I've heard. But the game probably televised. Probably the Patriots game, maybe the Minnesota game, the Jets, maybe. Not exactly sure. I expect one of the Washington games to be televised. I expect the New England game to be televised. The Cowboy game for sure going to be televised. But the other game, from what I can see, probably would not be televised. So like I said, so my prediction game be televised could be the Washington, the Dallas Cowboys always, the Minnesota Vikings, probably the Patriots. So that should be your 3 televised games to start the year off. All right, now after the bye week is done, now the remaining games, we go to Arrowhead and play the Kansas City Chiefs, the team that beat us by 3 points in the Super Bowl. A lot of people saying that could be a revenge game. Pending no setbacks and no injuries. With the additions of defense and the new additions of offense, the Eagles should come back, should win the football game. The Eagles should beat Kansas City Chiefs for the first time for the first time in 9 years. We should beat Kansas City. Because Kansas City in favor to go back to the Super Bowl this year, pending no setback for them as well. All right, now after that game, the Eagles played the Buffalo Bills. Now, Buffalo Bills have been a vulnerable foe for the Eagles over the years, and the last time we played Buffalo, we played them in Buffalo, and we beat them. You know what I'm saying? And that round time when Sean McDermott was getting established as a head coach with the Buffalo Bills, and now he's well established as the Bills head coach. And long as they got Josh Allen at the helm, that always gonna be a problem. And then you got Stephon. Then you got what's the boy name? Stephon, the wide receiver. Then they got a tight end. I forgot his name, and they got a pretty good running game. So the Bills game might be a loss. That game could be a loss. It could be, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna sit up here and predict victory or margin and scores. But the Eagles could beat Buffalo, but Buffalo can go pose a problem. All right, so I'm gonna say the Eagles should win that football game. The Eagles should, after the bye week, the Eagles should be 2-0 after the bye week. Now we play the San Francisco 49ers at Philly. Now this is a game that a lot of noise has been talked about between both sides. Started with Deebo Samuel, who hasn't forgotten the loss, and they all saying if they whole squad was playing, they would have beat us in the playoffs. I doubt it because Brock Purdy at the time was a pretty good quarterback, but he was inexperienced at the time. So experience always beats inexperience. You had to be very lucky to beat an experienced player. So now Brock Purdy will have some experience to start the year off. So The Eagles should win that football game. They should win. So that'll be 3-0 after the bye week. Then we play the Cowboys at Dallas. That's probably gonna be a loss. So that'll be the first loss after the bye week. Eagles should be 3-1 after the bye week. The Seattle Seahawks, a team that we haven't beaten in God know when. I said the Eagles should beat Seattle, but it's gonna be that's gonna be a road game. We had a road game at Dallas, then they go back to the road at Seattle. That should be a win. That should be a win. That should be. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a blowout game, but it should be a win. I put it this way: whoever wins this game is gonna win by a field goal kick. That's my opinion. Okay, New York Giants, December 25th, a Christmas game. I kind of agree with a lot of the Eagles content creators about these holiday games. And this particular is a holiday game. Matter of fact, the Eagles got two holiday games. The Eagles got played Thanksgiving, which is 26th against Buffalo. Then they got another holiday game against the New York Giants. Now, this is one of them other free agent games that people been talking about recently. And that's where that's going to begin. The Eagles should beat. They should convincingly beat the New York Giants in that game. Then we got the Arizona Cardinals coming home. I'd have back-to-back road games. Then we got two home games against the Jets. Against the New York Giants and the Cardinals. The Eagles should beat the Cardinals because the Cardinals starting over. We beat them last year, so now we got them close to the end. We got close to next game to the end of the year. And that game right there, that should be a convincing win. We should win that game. Excuse me. And the last final game, week 18, but it's to be announced. And that's the final game against the New York Giants in New York. Now, the Giants are gonna be a pretty good team before we even get to play them back to back like this here. Eagles should beat the New York Giants. Eagles should beat Giants back to back, because the Giants still got some issues. They got some issues on defense a little bit, and some issues on offense as well. So the Eagles should lose 3 games this year. The Eagles should be 15-3 by the time the playoffs begin. The Eagles should have a number 1 seed again to start the year off. Cause that could be the task at hand to secure the number 1 seed or number 2 seed going into the playoffs. But if we be 15-3, that's automatic number 1 seed. But if we like go now, we go like 14-4, you more like to be a number 2 seed, depending on how many wins and losses you have. And this schedule, it is tough. It's tough because the team that we playing that's tough is the New England Patriots, the Rams, the Jets, Buffalo Bills, the Cowboys twice, San Fran, Seattle Seahawks, the Cardinals. So I'll say San Francisco, Seattle, the Cardinals, Buffalo, Kansas City, the Cowboys. That's 6 right there. The Dolphins has 7. Jets make 8. So those 8 games that I just mentioned right there, or 9, depending if you count the New England Patriots, 9. Eagles ain't gonna have 9 teams they're gonna be playing against. That's gonna make it rather hard for them, because when you are the NFC East, the NFC East champs and the NFC Conference champs, teams are gonna be after your neck. And so this is what we're looking at now, because this schedule here, this is a tough schedule. Ain't nothing easy about this schedule. Ain't nothing easy about it. This is a tough schedule, y'all. This is no joke. I'm looking at 8 or 9 different teams here that are tough to play. Pending no injuries, if everything goes well with the draft picks, like Carter have issues illegally. If all the pieces of the puzzle fit well on defense with Nolan Smith coming off the edge, I mean the Eagles defense should be terrifying. They should be, and that's gonna keep us in games. But I will say this right here: between the offense and defense, some tell me the defense is gonna start off on a fast track because for the super fact they're gonna be hyped and ready to roll. I think defense is gonna be a little slow. I mean, offense is gonna be a little slow getting going. You know what I'm saying? So, but we all know when you got a pretty good running back by the name of DeAndre Swift, who can catch and run out of the backfield, that should be a problem for some defenses because as long as our offense remains intact, and like I said, barring no injuries and no setbacks, the Eagles should cruise to a 15-3 record or a 14-4 record, pending, like I said, pending wins and losses, pending no injuries, no setbacks. We should win a lot of these games convincingly because we got the number one hardest schedule in the NFL. Number one. I'm trying to figure out why we number one when Kansas City won the Super Bowl. They don't want to win the Super Bowl. They should have the hardest schedule. But instead, we do. And so, I'm not going to say the schedule is fair to us, but it is a doozy. So, like I said, I just named 8 to 9 teams that could be a possible problem for the Philadelphia Eagles. Possible problem because all these teams want to play, they all know we're the NFC East champs. And they know that we are the NFC Conference champs. Matter of fact, I might just wear my NFC Conference Championship shirt to start the season off. I might. It depends on what goes. But I do know that this could be a very, very hard schedule. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I am afraid. I'm not afraid. Trust me, I'm not. It's just that the thing is, this could be a very tough schedule. Gonna be gritty. So Eagle fans, you guys, y'all get ready to start biting your nails off your feet or off your hands because this could be the year that a lot of these teams are gonna be won. I mean, a lot of these games are gonna be won at close margin. And some tell me Jake Elliott is gonna have a career year this year because he might be the first kicker and gonna kick us into some close victories. That's what I really believe, and I'm hold myself to that. I think Jake Elliott is gonna be on pace to have a career year this year because, like I said, a lot of these games, a lot of these teams, from what I'm seeing, these gonna be some gritty games, and it's gonna come down to special teams, which is shitty at best. And I'm hoping we do that this year, and it's gonna come down to Jake Elliott's leg, cause his leg is gonna win us some games this year, and I think he's gonna pay for a career year. I really believe it. So, with that being said, this is the 2023 NFL schedule video. Everybody made that video. I'm quite sure they already have. They haven't. They're about to. And comment, like, share, subscribe, notification bell on top, and comment comment after the video is complete, and give me the thumbs up. Cause right now I stand at 225 subs. Again, thank you guys very much for subbing my channel. To all the old and to the new ones, I thank you the most because without you, none of this wouldn't be possible. I hope to get more subs. I hope to get more subs between now and before the regular season kicks off. I hope so. Like I said, I can't give away prizes or nothing like that. I ain't got the kind of money and that kind of time. So, but to all the top notch Eagle content creators, they can do that because they got their merch, their own merch. They got their own millions of subscribers out there. they can put up the money because I think YouTube gives them the money to do all those shippings and creating their own merch. I ain't got that right now. Maybe in the next 3 or 4 years, maybe, but right now I don't. So I'm gonna stick to what I do best, and that's doing amateur Eagles videos, or better yet, amateur content videos. So again, the 2023 Eagles schedule is on point. And as you can see there, boy, we're going to have a lot, I mean a lot, of nail-biting games this year. And this is your boy, the almighty Green Talents. You guys enjoy your Thursday, and I'll be seeing you guys in the early part of the week. Peace.